Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of True Crime Time for Monday, January 20th, 2005, and I'm Woody Overton.
And I'm Cindy Overton.
And we're at it again, right?
Yes.
Yes, Monday, January 20th, Inauguration Day. Kind of a big day for the country, I guess, and hopefully everything stays peaceful and all that good stuff.
We hope so.
No lone wolf attackers and all that. I don't want to jinx it by even saying that, but whatever. So stay safe. We're all Americans and let's do it together.
Definitely.
All right. Now, we were recording this on Sunday and the temperature is dropping quickly. And I know it's not a big deal for all our lifers up north. Y'all live this all the time and everything else, but we're pretty much screwed down here because anytime, you get a little bit of ice, everything shuts down. You think like it's the end of times. And the temperature, last night I was smoking a wild hog ham quarter and it kept dropping. It took like 15, 16 hours to smoke it. But now it's already like 40 degrees outside on Sunday with the wind chill in the 30s. And tonight it gets below freezing for the first time this evening around 9 o'clock. And then it's going to get worse on Monday and in the 20s. And on Tuesday, it doesn't get out of the teens for us. That's probably as cold as I can ever remember in the state of Louisiana. I've been in other parts of the country when it was colder. That's the teens, and the wind chill factors might be in the single digits.
I'm not. And all I'm doing in my head when you're talking is going la 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 la.
I know you don't want to hear it.
No,
you don't want to hear it. But hopefully, they're talking about like 6 inches of snow in South Louisiana. That'll shut us down for a week. But hopefully, everybody will stay safe and stay off the roads. And hopefully, you're prepared and you got all your water running. We got it on all our properties. Our son's out doing the things I didn't get done this morning. I don't know. Just bundle up and stay warm and stay safe. And hopefully we don't lose power. But these lines are not built to have 6 inches of snow on them and ice.
La 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 la.
I know, right? It's going to be cold AF all week. So, but anyway, we'll continue to bring you the True Crime Time for, and this one is for Monday. Cindy?
Yes, Inauguration Day. And for many, they're thinking it hopefully is TikTok Renewal Day.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about that real quick. We had almost 20,000 followers on TikTok. And I don't know what happens with that. They restore the app if you just automatically don't lose your shit and we got to start all over.
I don't know. And I don't know if you heard Sophie and I in my office like at 1 o'clock this morning talking, and we were talking about her concern because she had a whole file on TikTok of DIY for weddings.
Oh, shit.
And she was going to save us so much money with all of her DIY projects.
Yeah, well,
they're gone. So we're just going to.
She can get some more mileage out of it and do it all over it again. That's all about the wedding planning stuff, right?
She was like, did I? And so then she said, people in other countries still have it. And I said, well, we have lifers in other countries. I can give them your login and let them save all the videos for you.
Maybe so, huh? I don't know how it's going to work, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know these last minute actions like, and I'm not being political, but Biden pardon like 30 some death row inmates, federal and death row, all of them that want to be pardoned. The only ones he did, well, not like the Boston Marathon bomber and them, but like all these other people that were on death row, he pardons them. And there was like, I think there was 3 of them that were on there that were like, fuck it, we don't want the pardon.
I mean,
come on and kill me. But yeah, the TikTok thing, they said they weren't going to do it, and then they did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a last minute thing. And well, but it's our justice system, and U.S. Supreme Court said no more TikTok, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with all that. But I do believe they must know something that we don't know. I don't know. But anyway, get us down to some true crime time for Monday, Cindy.
All right. You want to go across the pond?
Across the pond. It's time for Worldwide Crime.
There's been a $24,000 reward offered to help identify parents of 3 abandoned kids. Babies.
All in the same house?
We don't know.
Okay.
They've been abandoned in various spots over the years, 2017.
Not all in the same house. I said all in the same house, and you said we don't know. And then you said that they've been abandoned over the years.
I'm saying that they weren't abandoned in a house.
Abandoned at the same place at the same time is what I meant. Like last Tuesday.
No.
Okay.
So one was abandoned in 2017.
All right.
One was abandoned in 2019.
All right.
And one was abandoned in 2024.
Okay.
All newborns, but DNA has been done on all of them, and they're all related.
Oh, so you got a serial abandoner.
Exactly. And so a reward of $24,000 has been offered in support of the police department's investigation, and we're in London, England. Okay. The 3 siblings were each abandoned as babies. It has been 1 year since the 3rd sibling, which they've named Elsa, was found abandoned in London, and officials are still investigating her abandonment and attempting to locate her parents. But Elsa was found after someone reported that they had found a newborn baby wrapped in a towel in a shopping bag in East London at 9:13 p.m. local time on January 18th. Exactly 1 year before, a press release says that another baby was also located.
Yeah.
So after police located the newborn, who was thankfully uninjured, she was taken to the hospital, where she was later discharged and placed into the appropriate care. Investigators later discovered that Elsa's case was not only related to 2 other cases of newborn abandonment, but the infant was biologically related to the other 2 babies who were found under similar circumstances, the ones in 2017 and 2019.
The person that did it the first time, or this person has done it all the times, let me tell you, if you're listening, what causes that? Penis in vagina, sperm ejaculation makes babies. Don't do it. If you're going to give a kid up, don't do it.
Exactly. Baby Harry, which is her brother, the one that was found in 2017, was found abandoned in a park. And then the brother, baby Roman, was found abandoned by dog walkers in a children's play park on January 31st, 2019. And then DNA tests were established, and the 3 babies were in fact siblings, and they found that out in April of 2024. But authorities are still searching for the children's parents, and a charity that is independent of the police is offering a reward for information provided anonymously. We have carried out extensive inquiries over the past year to try to locate Elsa's parents. Detective Inspector Jamie Hom with the Metropolitan Police Child Abuse Investigation Team said in a statement, "The investigation has been ongoing for 6 years since baby Roman was first found, and involved reviewing over 450 hours of CCTV and completing a full DNA structure of the mother."
That's a lot of money in DNA testing.
So some specialists who have aided in the investigation believe they have narrowed the area in which the mother and possibly
the DNA time could be used to catch serial killers or solve cold cases and all these different things that you're telling me about all this, and I'm sitting here thinking, what a waste of resources. I hope they find them and prosecute them.
Well, they may be thinking that there's other babies that haven't been located. I don't know. I mean,
I guess they're going to go test all the babies that have been abandoned now.
I mean, you said at the beginning it's like a serial abandoner.
Yeah, but it's just a strange story that they do it over and over again. But I just think about it's just such a fucking waste of time because they could be using that time to solve other cases. But I guess all cases are a waste of time.
So it goes on to say, we have serious concerns for the well-being of the parents, especially the mother, and are continuing to work closely with the Newham Council and appeal to the public's health for information.
They need to put a chastity belt on her when they find her.
Hum also said that she believes that someone in the area will have been aware of the mother's pregnancies and that within the community there may have been concerns for the mother's welfare. Mm-hmm. And she said, I share these concerns with you, so if you have any information, no matter how small it may be, please contact us. We'll be able to eliminate any unconnected person quickly and easily. As such, I would ask you to contact police with confidence. So the detective inspector concluded the latest update in the investigation by sharing that baby Elsa, Harry, and Roman are healthy, and they, want to continue the momentum to find the parents.
Well, thank goodness they're healthy and it's not a dead baby in a dumpster. At least that's a positive.
Right.
They shout out to them for doing the work. And you think about that. How do you not know somebody is 9 months pregnant? Somebody knows.
Somebody
knows. Hopefully that 24,000 pound reward will get somebody to come forward and they can get this person some knowledge from the college. I mean, we don't know. It may be a kid being raped by their daddy that's having these babies.
I know.
It could be anything. That's an interesting, different spin on crime, right?
Right.
And are you feeling overwhelmed by hormone changes? I know Sydney was, and if you're a woman, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living rent-free in our environment right now, found in our food, water, and even in our skincare products. These disruptors can wreak havoc on our hormones. Believe me, before Hormone Harmony, I watched Cindy suffer. Not anymore. Hormone Harmony's formula, made only with herbal ingredients, have reduced Cindy's hormonal symptoms, and it helps women of all ages. Then there are the natural hormonal changes our bodies face, such as menopause. While these processes are part of life, they don't have to be uncomfortable. The good news is that you don't have to suffer through it any longer. Hormone Harmony contains science-backed herbal extracts known as adaptogens, designed to help the body cope with stressors, including those chaotic hormonal fluctuations that can disrupt your daily life. Whether it's PMS symptoms like irritability and cravings, or menopause symptoms such as hot flashes and night sweats, Hormone Harmony can help with it all. Happy Mammoth, the creator of Hormone Harmony, is dedicated to improving women's lives by using only high-quality, science-backed ingredients. They make no compromises on quality, ensuring that you receive the best support possible. This isn't just a supplement. It has become a phenomenon. Women are talking about it everywhere, with a bottle of Hormone Harmony sold every 24 seconds. And the most important benefit, women express feeling like themselves again. A sentiment echoed in over 30,000 positive reviews. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com. Don't forget to use the code RLRC for 15% off today. You want to set your child up for success? Is your child struggling with a specific subject, or do they need a challenge to keep them engaged? IXL Learning is an online learning program that enriches your homeschool curriculum. It offers practice in math, English, language arts, science, and social studies, and adapts to each child, meeting them at their personal level. As a homeschool parent, I can tell you that IXL has been life-saving for my son, WL. He uses IXL every day, and it allows me to tailor his learning experience based on his specific skills, not just his grade level. If he needs support, IXL finds his current level and helps him build up to where he needs to be. And in areas where he's advanced, IXL propels him forward without any setbacks. What I love most is that IXL uses visuals in its questions and lessons, which really helps WL learn math and science better since he is a visual learner. The interactive practice problems and educational games make learning fun and engaging. With IXL, school is a positive, fun experience. WL enjoys earning awards in the educational games. IXL is trusted by 15 million students worldwide and has proven to improve in performance in over 75 scientific research studies. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. Real Life, Real Crime listeners can receive an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/today. Visit IXL.com/today to access the most effective learning program at the best price. How it works. We'll listen to this one. You know, when I was working all over the country, flying every day and all that to these cities, I would always stay, and you know this, but I would always stay most of the time, stay in the hotels close to the airports because I was there for business meeting or do whatever I had to do. And then I was getting back on a plane basically the next day, right? And always Ubered when I could. A lot of times I had to get rental cars, which are the worst fucking thing in the world, especially at the big airports, because you got to get off your plane, get your luggage, catch a shuttle to, and these rental car places was like way off the thing. It's not like Baton Rouge where it's right there. And catch the shuttle and get in the line and whatever. Then you got to return the motherfucker. Right. And then catch the shuttle back. So you got to leave extra early to do all that. And you never know how long it's going to take and whatever. But anyway, staying at the hotels by the airport, you always see the flight attendants and the pilots and whatever, and they're in the bar. Guaranteed. When I would guarantee I was in the bar, right? When my work day was done. But, you know, I guess it's a pretty cool thing to fly around the country and have overnight stays and whatever, right? And you think that, you know, it's just what they do. And
you're talking about flight attendants?
Yeah. Or anybody that works on the airlines that flies and has layovers, right? Well, Denver, Colorado, the airport, I can see it in my mind's eye right now, being in the walkways, looking off in the distance, seeing the mountains with the snow tops on them and all that. Big airport. And, you know, Denver's a pretty cool town, right? Well, 2 people were killed in the stabbing spree in Denver over the weekend, including a longtime flight attendant who was on a layover in the city. Right?
Right.
So the cops got right on it, and they identified a suspect, Elijah Caudill, and they arrested his ass in connection with the 4 stabbings, which took place on Saturday, January 11th, and Sunday, January the 12th. And this according to the Denver PD. Now, the cops didn't say who the victims were, but the Association of Professional Flight Attendants, which is a labor union they have, that represents American airline flight attendants. They shared that one of the victims was one of their own, a lady named Celinda Lavino. She was one of the ones that was stabbed to death. They said, with great sadness, we inform you of the passing of Phoenix-based flight attendant Celinda Levno while she was on a layover in Denver. And she began her career with American West in 1989. So she's been doing it for a minute. She's ready to retire. Yeah. 89, 99, 2009, 19. That's over 35 years.
Well, that's when I graduated from high school, and that's what my mom wanted me to do. She wanted me to be a flight attendant.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't know, but the union said that the stabbing did not occur at Levno's designated layover hotel, but as a precaution, staff also on layovers in Denver were moved to another hotel near the airport. So, I mean, obviously they all stayed at the same place, and it's not like they're spending their own money to stay at these hotels. They give them like per diem and stuff like that. American Airlines also confirmed Levno's death in an email statement on Thursday, January 16th. And they said that the company is heartbroken and mourning the tragic loss of our colleague who was the victim of a senseless crime. Our thoughts and support are with her family, loved ones, and colleagues, and we are doing all we can to assist law enforcement in its investigation. Now, the investigation, the police said the 3 stabbings occurred within the 5 p.m. hour on Saturday on 16th Street in downtown Denver. They said an adult woman was killed in the second stabbing, while the other 2 victims, they expect them to live.
Oh.
Now, the next day, a 4th stabbing occurred around 8 p.m. and there was a adult male, and they were taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. And shortly before the discovery of the 4th victim, officers were looking for the guy in the area when they saw a man running with a knife. There's a dead giveaway, no pun intended. And police claim he fits the suspect description, and they chased the man and got him.
Right.
Took him into custody. They said the motivation remains under investigation, and there does not appear to be any connections with the victims in Caudill. Police said that Caudill has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder, and it's unclear if he's entered a plea or retained an attorney. Meanwhile, Levno is being remembered by the APFA as someone who loved her horses, friends, and family. And they said, we stand in support with Cylindra's family, friends, and our colleagues in Phoenix in flight as they process a senseless tragedy. And, you know, I guess if you get off the plane early enough, say your plane gets in at 4 and you don't leave till 9 o'clock the next morning, you might want to go, Uber downtown to one of your favorite restaurants. You've been flying there for 35 years, right? But probably got some friends down there. You knew your waiter and shit, and just murdered the shit out of them. But there is your... All right, where are we going next?
We're going to stay across the pond for me.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's time for Worldwide Crime.
So, on TikTok, I was followed by Elon Musk.
You are?
Mm-hmm. George Strait.
Really?
Post Malone.
Wow.
Matthew McConaughey. Because they were fake accounts.
Oh, shit. I was like, damn, why don't you get them?
Because your wife is hot. And
yeah. Oh, I know that. But why don't you get them? I was going to say, get them to share. We'd have had a lot more than 20,000 followers.
Like, you could immediately tell you can't immediately tell if you use your, in my opinion, if you use your brain. I knew that when George Strait followed me, it really wasn't George Strait, right? Or Elon Musk. I knew it wasn't truly Elon Musk following me. Like, you look at the account and you can, why would they follow me?
Because you're hot, like you said.
So.
I would follow you.
You didn't.
Because I don't do anything but put videos on there. Actually, I have you put them on there most of the time.
So a French.
It'd be a shame if we lose all those videos. We had some cool shit.
Well, they're still saved on my phone. We didn't actually lose them. Every time I would
I know, but it would have to go back and start all over again.
I'm hoping that we don't have to go back. I hope that everything just boings and it's right back up and everything just continues as it once was.
Yep.
You know, we don't know. But I was telling Sophie that might be Trump's first executive order.
He said it was going to be.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to do it tomorrow.
Okay. But this woman that is only being called Anne, and she lives in France.
Mm-hmm.
She had been recently divorced, and she got about $800,000 in the divorce settlement.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't like familiar with social media, but she got on social media.
Right.
And this woman reached out to her and said that her son needs a woman like her.
Okay.
Well, her son's Brad Pitt.
Oh. Okay.
And so
Pretty sure Brad Pitt doesn't have to have his mama score women for him.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't, although he's not my kind of guy because I'm married to Woody Overton.
Oh.
A lot of people do find him, but I have a story about Brad Pitt.
And?
He is not straight.
They'll be slandering motherfucker on here. We'll be getting cease and desist letters and removals. You leave that story. You don't have to boom it out, but leave it out.
Okay.
Why is he not straight? Because you were in a bar one night and he didn't pick up on you?
No, because he came.
Don't say it. I don't know. Don't say it. We don't need to open that fucking can of worms.
So despite expressing skepticism, the woman kept in contact with the mother of the actor, the supposed actor, before Brad Pitt, contacted her. I'm doing air quotes. So
Brad Pitt didn't contact her.
Yes, he did.
The real Brad Pitt.
No, the fake Brad Pitt. So the woman.
I get it that it would be fake. I'm saying the real Brad Pitt wouldn't contact her because it wasn't the real Brad Pitt's mama.
Exactly. But she thought it was. She was skeptical.
I totally understand that.
Okay.
But it's not the real Brad Pitt.
You're just trying to say Brad Pitt.
Okay. Whatever his name is. Go ahead.
She said, at first I said to myself that it was fake, that it's ridiculous. But I'm not used to social media and I didn't really understand what was happening to me. The woman first sent nearly 10,000 euros when the fake account said it needed her to pay customs tariffs so she could receive gifts he claimed to have sent her.
So this is a scam story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She said, I like the man I was talking to. He knew how to talk to a woman. It was always very well done. So you see pictures of...
This is from the victim.
Yes.
All right.
After reportedly telling the scammer that she had recently divorced her husband, Anne sent almost all of her 775,000 euro divorce settlement.
I'm in the wrong business.
She said the fake Brad Pitt said he had developed kidney cancer and needed a loan because his bank accounts were locked as a result of his ongoing divorce proceedings with Angelina Jolie.
Jeez.
And so the woman reported that she showed the AI generated images of Brad Pitt that I just showed you. Mm-hmm. And he was in hospital beds. So she started to believe him. And when Anne read that Pitt was in a relationship with this Ines de Roman, I have no idea who she is, but the scammers sent something denying the reports. And eventually Anne said that she read more about Pitt and de Roman and accepted that she had been scammed. And it's not funny, but I mean, my gosh, anyway, Anne has since filed a lawsuit and a police inquiry has been opened, and she has removed the interview that she did with the Times, reporting that the outlet did not protect her from a wave of harassment.
Okay. Yeah. I hate that anybody gets scammed.
Me too.
But how fucking stupid are you? I mean, at what point you send the first 10,000
and you don't get your gifts?
Right, well, I know, but what kind of ruse you need to get the other $770,000 out of your pocket?
I know.
I mean, come on, man.
I know. I mean, but she was recently divorced, and he knew all the right words to say.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just not defending her. I'm just
any less stupid. I mean, I hate that anybody gets scammed, but geez Louise, people, get your head out of your ass. That's just, I hate that. I mean, it's a thief is a thief, no matter how they do it. And they did it well. And there's your second episode. It's time for Worldwide Crime.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is Taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
I'm going to do one I hadn't done in a while. It's time for Beast Mode. You know, I love my canine officers, and we were joking around about it last time, naming them Killer and all that stuff. But I know I've told the story that one night the dude, I had arrested the guy before for like trying to break into the hardware store in Albany. But I didn't realize he only had a half a foot because he had like a full shoe on. But then I stopped him another night, coming out of Albany late at night, like 2:00 in the morning. And when I pulled him over, he pulled into like a, where a fence gap was. It's not like a driveway or anything. It's a barbed wire fence where they go in to work cows. And he got out and I recognized him. And then he kept looking back in the car. And I was like, and I ended up drawing down on him and then he took off running. Mm-hmm. And I had to call K9 Harry. Long story short, I went up to the car and there was a .357 revolver on the seat. So he was thinking about shooting me. Yeah. And anyway, so he ran and that was K9 Harry. Brandon Ashford was a handler. Anyway, came out. We set up a big perimeter. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, right? Dude was going to kill a cop.
Yeah.
And it went on and Harry kept working, and we finally called off the search. And Brandon was like, no, I'm staying a little bit longer. And Harry found him. Mm-hmm. And then the thing was, he ran from me. And I ran up until the point where I saw the gun. And I was like, the 1+1 rule in cop is they have one pistol, they'll have another. But long story short, the big joke was, he got away from me and he outran me with a half a foot. Mm-hmm. But it's one of 1,000 canine stories and I love them. And this is a tragic one, y'all. A dude named Robert Lee Davis is the biggest piece of shit in the world because he shot K9 Officer Rocky.
Oh.
All right. Now, let me tell you what happened. A K9 officer was hit by gunfire and wounded this week after he used his sense of smell to locate a suspected killer of a sheriff's deputy in Houston, H-Town. Shout out Leah Marie and all our lifers in H-Town. Geez Louise. But anyway, Rocky was a 1-year-old Belgian Malinois, which is what we use. It's like a crossbreed between a German Shepherd and whatever the Malinois is. Mm-hmm. Great dogs. But he was assigned to the U.S. Marshal Service and he got shot multiple times.
Oh.
Right? On January 15th, after he alerted officers to where Robert Lee Davis was hiding. And again, he was suspected of killing Brazoria County Sheriff Deputy Jesus Vargas earlier that day. Anyway, so Davis douchebag was hiding in a dumpster near where he shot, near the shooting, in an alley outside a strip mall on Stella Link Road in Houston. And just before 5 p.m., Rocky alerted law enforcement sweeping the area, and y'all, they'll alert by parking and sitting. Anyway, Rocky knew what he was doing, and he found the dude, and they're in this area sweeping the dumpster. And this is according to Houston Police Chief Noah Diaz. And when officers opened it, Rocky jumped inside. You're going to get that ass, right? Because they won't come out. That's one of the main thing canines do, besides narcotics, is like these Malinois are trained in both, to protect their handler, plus to track bad guys and dope and all that. But if you got a dumpster like this and you think the dude's in there, he's alerting that he's in there, you're not going to go run open and jump in the fucking dumpster. Right. You send the dog in. They have to give him like 3 verbal warnings. Sheriff's office about to release the canine, come out with your hands up. Sheriff's have on the 3rd time that they let him go. And this is what happened. Rocky jumped in, and they found Davis hiding under tons of trash. And he immediately started shooting, and he hit Rocky twice before the cops could return fire. And thankfully, the cops' aim was true, and Davis was hit multiple times. Justice was served, and he died from his injuries in the dumpsters. Now, while this is going on, the cops are freaking out because Rocky's been shot twice. Yeah. And they carried him out to a waiting helicopter in the parking lot, and he was transported by AirMed to a local veterinarian's office where he's listed in stable condition, which is the best part of the story, right? Yeah. So that's amazing. We love you, Rocky. Get well. But they said, and I quote, "The amazing aspect here, people have to understand, the canine saved lives," said T. Michael O'Connor, who is the U.S. Marshal for the Southern District of Texas. This guy had no intentions whatsoever of being taken alive. That's true. Right. Just a cop. Right. So earlier that day, Vargas had been serving Davis with an arrest warrant on charges of ag assault with a deadly weapon when he started shooting. Right. True to his natures. And he opened fire on officers, and he struck Vargas, and the deputy was rushed to the hospital but could not be saved. Rest in peace, brother. Right. Now, this idiot was also wanted on aggravated sexual assault charges from raping of a family at gunpoint in April of last year. He's been running around for a while, right? So, and it's just K9 Rocky. Here's Vargas. Look at that. Got to be a veteran, right? Right. And rest in peace, dude. I know you got family and everybody that loves you, and thank God Rocky saved a lot more lives that day. Yeah. So, I don't know. I hate it. I gave that. I keep remembering giving that K9 mouth to mouth. Yeah. When he was locked inside the car for too long. They have the alarms that were supposed to go off when it went off, and we were on a big manhunt for the guy that robbed Madonna's house and all that. But long story short, we had multiple canines, and they had to swap them out because it was so hot. Right. And the canine handler, if the unit goes off, something happens to it, it's supposed to get an alarm, and he didn't get it. And we got back there, and the canine had died in the car, and the car was all tore because he was trying to claw his way out. That's just... And they gave him... mouth to mouth. But he didn't make it. So, anyway, there you have it.
Well, as you were telling that story, it reminded me weirdly of a couple other stories when you're talking about the guy with half a foot. Yeah. It reminded me of...
I didn't know he had it. I mean, he had a full shoe on.
Yeah. But it reminded me of...
But when they got him, They searched him thoroughly, we'll say, and he had that foot.
It reminded me of the story that I think it was Mr. Kearney used to tell you about the guy walking down the street.
No, it was Robert Ardon.
Okay. Yes. Can you tell that?
It's funny. Coyell back in the day was really, really rural. Now it's got the big shopping centers and all that. But it was South Satsuma Road, and it was gravel. And now Robert was a cat. I mean, he'd been sheriff's office 30 years when I was there, and he was a uniform supervisor, and then he went to detectives just right before I did. And, but I knew him from there, but he always had a story, always had a joke. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting around 2:00 in the afternoon. I didn't drink coffee back then, mm-hmm. but at 2:00 every afternoon, they were piling in there in the back room mm-hmm. and having their afternoon coffee. And he'd sit there and say, "Yeah, boys, I was driving down South Satsuma, and it was gravel back in that day, and I was patrolling, and I was a young deputy, and I saw a dude walking down the road, and he had on cut off blue jeans and no shirt, long hair, and he was smoking a cigarette, and he only had one shoe." And he said, I know pretty much everybody in there, but I didn't recognize him. And I rolled down my window, and he's walking with the one shoe on, smoking a cigarette. And he stopped and he looked at me, and I said, "Hey man, how you doing?" He said, took a puff on the cigarette. I said, "I'm doing good. Deputy, how are you?" He said, "I'm doing good." He said, looked at me and said, "You lost a shoe?" And the guy looked at him, took another puff of cigarette. He said, "Nope, I found one." Robert told a lot of other really good stories too. Actually, he and I were partners at one time in detectives.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was so funny because we had this log book, like mm-hmm. every arrest you made, you logged in, any property you recovered, because we did it all, everything from theft of garbage cans to murder, mm-hmm. rapes, and everything else in between.
You didn't have divisions back then.
No. There was 8 of us total. So you logged in the logbook, your arrest, and then, what the arrest was for and whatever, and any property recovered. And of course, you always, the value of the property, and you always fudged a little bit on it, right? If it was $10, you might say it was $1,000. But while I was wearing that book out, and then again, Robert Palmer said, "Hey man, you got to stop." I said, "What?" He said, "You making us all look fucking bad with all your arrests." So, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
But anyway, they good guys. I don't know. Well, I think he retired. We went on a cruise together. Mm-hmm. His wife Arnett had been married forever, and then his daughter worked for the sheriff's office for a while, and Jeff, her husband, worked for the sheriff's office. Last time I saw him, I was trying to get in the studio in Denham Springs, and he stopped by. But he had been in motors, went from the street to motors, and he was on the SRT team, and just a long family of good law enforcement officers. But Robert's funny as fuck. I mm-hmm. mean, just funny. And we're talking 30 years now, I guess. But I heard he went on to like his reserve for Walker Police Department or something. Mm-hmm. You can't get it out of your blood.
No, you can't.
It's not like he's making a bunch of money doing it. He's doing it because he wants to do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you to all our sponsors, right?
Definitely.
And y'all, look, we do it for these national sponsors, and they send us everything to try out ahead of time. The products and the ones you hear me read personally.
Right.
Now we have a lot of the other sponsors. If you hear like Home Depot and they do their own ad, we didn't get anything from Home Depot, obviously, to try out. But they sent us a lot of stuff, and we tried out. And generally, this is like the slowest month of the year because Christmas is over and all that. But we got some new sponsors, and so thank you to them. And we used to do it back in the day. If you want to advertise Real Life, Real Crime, Cindy has the full package for the breakdown of how many listeners, what area, demographics, age group, educational levels, income, just the more information than you could ever need. And we used to do it for local business back in the day. So let's get back to that. If y'all, even if you're national,
Yeah.
Because we have the numbers to support that too.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it and we don't have to use our agent to do it, we can cut you a hell of a deal. Right.
Well,
Joshua Ebarb was the one that made me think of that. He sent me a message the other day inquiring about something, and I'm not going to get into it. But so thank you, Joshua. But we really love to give it like Parish Forensics, and we got something you coming with them. But I love to get behind a product and really, really, really push it.
Well, you also love to get behind small business and support small businesses. And our lifers love to support small businesses.
Absolutely.
Like when
we did trades on like house washing and electric fence for the dogs in the backyard. And it doesn't just have to be money. You can just do Captain Duvall's Cajun Charters and Buddy's Barbecue and shit, just too many to name. And, but if you're thinking about it, let me tell you something. Podcasts is where it's at. Obviously, when we started, I think there was like 700,000 in 2019, and now there's like 5 million podcasts, independent podcasts, like what we're doing. And because people want their on-demand entertainment, and you can't listen to Netflix in the car. I mean, I guess you could, but so anyway, if you're interested in it, email Cindy at Cindy, CYNDI at realliferealcrime.com, and we'll see if we can work together. It'd be awesome. Yeah. I'd love one of our favorite restaurants, or, one of our attorney friends or whatever, because we're only going to do one in each category. Right? So, but that being said, stay warm. Hashtag justice for Haley. Hey, hashtag justice for Miss Barbara Blunt. And somebody did some posts about it last week. And, y'all, you got to be able to prove things beyond a reasonable doubt. And unfortunately, Miss Barbara's not going to get any more dead. But continue to call in your tips. You never know which one's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It's not like it's not being worked. I can promise you. They just need one thing to push it over. Yeah. So, Haley, wow. We're done with the jailhouse interviews, if you will, or visits. And we're about to bring you the reason why Brooks Cleary wasn't indicted for murder, and it's going to piss you off. And then we got some recordings of people that didn't know they were being recorded. Georgia is a one-party consent state, so Miss Barbara and them totally were within their rights to record these people, and it is going to really make you fucking live it. Yeah. And I'll have Miss Barbara and Stella and Tyler back on, but because I want them to introduce or talk about what it is that we're going to be listening to. Yeah. So, and then we'll take it from there. Stay warm. I hope y'all got power and all that good stuff. And in Ohio State and Notre Dame are playing tonight for the championship, national championship. What's your prediction?
Ohio State.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I believe that with this cold weather, a lot of people down here are going to save battery on their phone because they don't have TikTok. So
yeah, y'all charge your phones because the power's going out. Yeah. And you're not going to be able to get on the road. Hopefully you got your groceries already.
We do.
Yeah, we got our groceries and being prepared. And I just know all the years of law enforcement, let a snowflake hit the ground and everything's fucked. They're shutting down all state offices, all schools, everything, and people, it is what it is. We'll get through it. So, and that's it for True Crime Time for Monday, and I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cindy Overton.
We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Stay warm and save every day, all in the Kroger app. Get 10 for $10 on select varieties of Kroger pasta, Starkist tuna pouches, or Powerade. Then get flavorful fresh Heritage Farm chicken, split breast, drumsticks, or thighs for $1.49 a pound, all with your card. Shop these deals at your local Kroger, less than 5 miles away. Or tap the screen now to download the Kroger app, to save big today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Prices and product availability subject to change. Restrictions apply. See site for details.